Now, let's get into hardware news, the exciting part. We got a ton of stuff coming out, but if you guys were curious, the 5070 Ti launches on February 20th. It appears that the launch date was confirmed by the MSI website through the French portion or French retailer portion of the MSI website. So it posted a landing page for the 5070 Ti featuring a large countdown to February 20th. The website confirms that the 5070 Ti is coming, accompanied by an image showing several graphics cards entering the atmosphere. The intention behind the marketing image is unclear, but as you guys can see, this is what was posted. Now, it was eventually taken down, but they're pretty certain at this point that the 5070 Ti is going to be arriving on February 20th. Now, for those of you not in the know, I've been testing the 5080, and the RTX 5080 has the exact same memory configuration as the RTX 5070 Ti. Why is this exciting? Well, the RTX 5080 is already the most efficient GPU currently available for things like Ergo and Zealous and so on. Now, it's pretty close to the CMP 170, but you are getting a GPU that is essentially resaleable on the gaming market. What makes the 5070 Ti more enticing is it should theoretically, because it's memory intensive algorithms and has the exact same memory configuration as the 5080, should be just as fast in mining memory intensive algorithms like Ergo, like Zealous, but with the added benefit of lower power consumption due to the fact that it will have less CUDA cores. Now, I can also verify that the 5080 is more efficient right now than the RTX 5090. So the 5070 Ti coming out with even less CUDA cores is a very enticing option. Now, February 27th is the rumor for the RTX 5070. But I'm not so excited about that model in particular, because the memory bus gets cut down to 192-bit. Will it still be good? Probably. I would assume so. But the 5070 Ti is probably going to be the sweet spot. And seeing that the CMP 170s are hitting $600 to $700 a pop, there might be a 5070 Ti option for around the same price that performs better and has higher resaleability. Keep your eyes open for the 5070 Ti if you're interested in building new mining rigs over the next year. Now, the AMD side of things is also releasing something very interesting. This caught my eye. They introduced an RX 7650 GRE, and this has 8 gigabytes of VRAM on it and a lower total board power to 170 watts. So the 7600, sorry, as opposed to the 7650, had a 190 watt TDP. I have one back here that we're going to be testing here pretty soon, but it maintains, of course, the 288 gigabytes a second. What will be really interesting is this is already really a banger on Ravencoin, right? But with the lowered power consumption, it's going to be up in the air as to whether it's more efficient on Ravencoin or not. The kind of sweet spot for Ravencoin has been like the 6800 XT and the 7800 XT, at least in my experience. So bumping down, the 7600 XT and the 6600 XTs kind of come in second to the 6800 XT in efficiency on the KAS algorithms. What will be really interesting about this one is that we are having cut down memory. It's probably going to do really, really well on those memory intensive only algorithms. But with NVIDIA coming out with GDDR7, the only purpose for this card, at least in my humble opinion, is going to be KAS algorithms, and that's kind of it. But this could be a very promising release for the KAS algorithms. However, it is only available in China, and due to tariffs, this may be extremely hard to get your hands on in bulk, as opposed to it was a lot easier previously with things like Alibaba and AliExpress. But this is going to be up in the air as far as I'm concerned. Another GRE model though. And then finally, MSI and Asus hiked the GeForce RTX 50 series prices in official stores. Now they're up to $3,409 for an RTX 5090 coming directly from the third party board manufacturers, third party. There we go. So MSI removes the RTX 50 cards and Asus goes to an absurd $3,409 price tag for the flagship GPU. Now, that flagship, of course, is going to be water cooled. So I guess take that into consideration. That should drive the price up, I suppose, but it's still pretty ridiculous, right? They also are no longer offering any cards at MSRP. The company has decided to increase the prices of the 5080 and 5090 cards across the board. So even the 5080 is going up in price, is obviously going to basically make it extremely hard to want to mine with it. The cheapest model, the 5080 Ventus without overclock, is going to now retail for $1,139, which is $140 more than it was at launch. The cheapest 5090 GPU is listed at $2,379, which is a whopping $380 higher than MSRP last week. Looking at the SKUs, MSI is now offering the 5080 cards at $140 to $500 higher. And on the 5090 side, it can go as high as $790 above what NVIDIA announced the GPUs at. You can go look all these up, of course. Congrats if you did get a 50 series GPU. It looks like you're just holding on to silicon gold right now. The 4090s are still extremely highly priced and coveted, especially seeing as they are in rasterization beating the 5090 in a lot of cases still. What an interesting time, especially considering that GPU mining is not that profitable right now. If GPU mining does become profitable, then here's the good news. All your old 3070s become very, very valuable again, because there's just not that many 50 and 40 series GPUs out there. That's just the gosh darn truth right now. And so maybe HODL Silicon isn't necessarily a failed move still. I don't know. I HODL Silicon. Do you still HODL Silicon? Let me know in the comment section in the live chat. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. If you would like to see more from this particular episode, take a look up here. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me directly, you can go to sonofatech.locals.com and become a member. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday.